Yo, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Yeah, we're gonna be reacting to a white kid get suspended for wearing a blackface. I don't know why. It looks like he's just getting the spirit for football. Man, you can see every football player got the black stuff on his face, man. I don't know why he's getting suspended, but hey, racism. Let's react to this video, man.
From all sporting events after wearing that eye paint. You can see there the black eye paint on his face. And now his family wants the incident expunged from his records.
I'm sick of y'all. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. We got a brand new Don 2.0 camo hoodie that's coming out, and it's the most fire thing I've ever seen in my life. So y'all stay tuned. We'll have it uploaded. Probably black people. I'm sick of y'all. If you black, let me just say this. I don't even think black people probably had a problem with this. It's these white liberals that have a problem with this on behalf of black people. Nobody on planet Earth whatsoever would think a kid playing football is putting blackface on. It's eye paint. It's called eye black. Every football player.
Yo, can you believe white people got mad at Drake for wearing a blackface? Drake is literally black. His dad is black. His mom is white. Yo.
In America, put that stuff on their face. And you know what's funny is because I think he looked mixed or Hispanic. I guess because he looked white. Samoans do it all the time. They don't say nothing. Polynesian people do it all the time. They don't say nothing. But Polynesian people say the N-word and they don't say nothing. But they gonna try to suspend this boy from school because he had on eye paint that every football player on planet Earth has tried on or put on at some point. Talking about blackface is over. There is no blackface. I don't give a if somebody got paint on their face. What does that do to me? A white person can have a blackface on. What does that mean to me? Am I gonna lose my rights to vote because somebody got blackface on? And let me say this about you black people, and I'm gonna play this clip. Is blackface impersonating white people trying to impersonate black people with blackface? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, y'all got weave in your hair. You got all that white people hair in your head that you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on.
I was about to say
you
that.
impersonate? Y'all get y'all skin lighter and all kind of other stuff y'all doing. And y'all mad at the white people if they did wear blackface. But y'all impersonate white people all the time. You watch the white shows. You play for the white man in sports. Everything you do is white man stuff. And y'all the biggest complainer about it. And the coach, I'm gonna move on. Let me play the clip. But that coach that got selected to be the Patriots head coach, and I know Mayo, he played for the Patriots. What a scumbag. But let me play this clip.
From school for 2 days and banned from all sporting events after wearing that eye paint. You can see there the black eye paint on his face. And now his family wants the incident expunged from his records. J.A. joins us now along with his dad,
Even if he wore blackface, who gives a
Daniel Amaduri, and their lawyer, Karen Swigert. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you and good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. J.A., I know you live out in California, so thanks for waking up this early for us. Tell us what happened back.
He lives in California, bro. You know, California's the most weirdest, gayest, LGBTQP, place in the world. Most liberal. You know, he was definitely was going to get in trouble for that blackface thing, so.
Back in October at that football game.
It was a normal day, and everything was normal. No one said anything. It was just a normal football game, and La Jolla won.
So you put black eye paint like the football players do? Because when you look at that picture,
Yeah.
It's all over your face. But Brian, who is a sports enthusiast, my co-anchor, he said this is a lot of athletes actually do that.
Yeah, that was the main point, because I used to go to a lot of football games when I lived in Texas, and I used to play football. And sometimes we'd put that on if one of the kids brought it.
Okay, and no one had a problem with it. In fact, what did the security? Wasn't there a security guard there who's he's a black security guard, and he came up to you and complimented you on it?
Yeah, I asked him how did it look, and he said the spikes need to go higher.
Okay, all right. So, Dad.
Now, I told y'all black people wasn't mad at this primarily. It's white liberals that get mad on behalf of black people. I guarantee you the teachers, we don't want to offend the blacks. And they go do this, and the black dude complimented him. Just like when the kid was at the Chiefs game, and he had the face paint on, and one side was red, one side was black. Of course, the media just did the black side. And the players out there doing the chop. The kid in the audience that's mimicking his favorite players, he's a racist, and they totally fine doing the Seminole chop. Or it wasn't a Seminole, but it'd be the Chiefs chop or whatever they were doing. And the kid, come to find out, the kid is Native American. His grandfather, I think, was actually he ran a tribe or something on a reservation. And his dad had, I wouldn't say access to it, but he was involved in Native things, and they made him out to be a racist. These people are stupid as a mother. Let me finish this clip, and then we go get out here.
Daniel, tell us, y'all were having a fun night. A week goes by, and then the principal calls your son into the office?
Yeah, I was shocked. There was no incident that night. And, you can imagine in today's world, there's iPhones, there's thousands of people or over 1,000. The other school is predominantly black. I mean, and nothing was said that night. There was no incident. He's an 8th grader, by the way, a small 8th grader. It's a high school football game. There's staff there. There's teachers. There's police, security, nothing. And then the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon, the principal called Joseph or J.A. into the office. And then the next morning, my wife and I showed up, and he said he did blackface, and he was suspended for 2 days, and he was going to be banned from sports. And that was when I showed the principal the picture from that night. And I thought that was going to end this whole thing. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, no, that's blackface.
Wow. So, Daniel, I mean, you know your son, and I read an article last night that said your son had said...
Hey, man, I would sue, bro. You could definitely win. I would sue that freaking school, district, whatever it is. Man, if I was him, I would just go sue. I'm sure they're probably about to sue anyways. Because you're going to suspend a kid because he put on blackface at a football game. Man, you could make a bag from that, man. They should I go sue.
I didn't even know what blackface was. I'm in middle school. Can you expand on that a little? Did you know that maybe this would be controversial when you saw the picture, or you saw your son that night?
I was so convinced that it was going to vindicate him, that picture. Mm-hmm. I wasn't actually at the game with him. So when I saw that picture, I was so relieved. I was like, wait a minute, this is explainable. And I thought when I showed the principal that would clear the whole thing up, but it didn't. And it only got worse even after I appealed it. Yeah. It didn't fix it. And I just couldn't believe it, because anybody who's ever been to a sports game knows that this is very normal. And these are kids that were playing hide and seek a few days prior at my house, boogie boarding. Half of the group are minorities, some of them African American. It's just ridiculous that this would be a racial incident that night.
So, Karen, this happened at the high school football game after hours, not at school. And then a week later, the principal at his middle school calls him and says, you're suspended for 2 days and you can't attend any athletic events. And I'd like you to maybe expand on that. Does that mean high school events? Does that mean at middle school? Does that mean just for a few months for that?
You know how ridiculous this is? And I got to pause it every now and again so they don't copyright strike me, but you know how ridiculous this is? The kid didn't even have his whole face covered. Even if he wiped parts of his face off, he didn't have his face covered. And who cares if he had blackface? Like, who cares, man? I can't believe they did it. See, these men, that's a good dad, because I would have been blowing up. I've been up there acting a fool.
Season for the fall. And also, tell us about your lawsuit. You're now suing the school or the district?
Good.
Great. I knew you was about to sue, man. Like, I would even sue. I have no access to lawyers. I would sue.
Because of how constitutional law works, and I won't get into details with that, we're suing the principal directly, the superintendent, and then the people who made the decision to rubber stamp the principal's ridiculous decision to suspend J.A. And there was a recent case just in the last couple years at the Supreme Court where they talked about the out-of-school speech rights that students have to be able to express themselves. It was very clear that unless you have a substantial disruption on the campus, schools cannot restrict the out-of-school speech rights of students. And here the school is just going way beyond their constitutional, the strictures that they have to be able to regulate student speech. Not only that, but they didn't provide JA with due process. There's just ample reason why this never should have gotten to this level.
Well, J.A., this is what the disciplinary notice said, and this is on your record now, possibly forever. Offensive comment and intent to harm. Did you make an offensive comment, and were you intending to harm?
No, not at all.
What would you like to say to your principal? Your principal will probably see this interview.
He won't. He definitely will.
Dad,
I think
you
he's
can
probably
answer.
going to be he'll let the lawsuit speak
comment.
for itself, probably.
Is there anything you want to say, though,
Yeah.
to just vindicate your son and to allow America to know that that was not his intent?
I'll tell you what, I like what he had to say,
I
but
like
I
to
got to
speak
get
to
to the
my
radio.
lawyer.
But
But yeah, thank y'all for watching.
You
Man. That's
know-
the end of the video, anyways. I'm praying they win that lawsuit. Make sure y'all get some big money from them, from that freaking bum principal in that school district, man. Make sure y'all watch the old video, right?